Hi guys, so let's now take a look at the reducing or declining balance method of depreciation. Now this is typically seen as a far more realistic interpretation of what really happens with a non-current asset when it depreciates in value. That is really that you're likely to see a higher level of depreciation in the first couple of years than you are in later years, and the rate of depreciation will slow. Okay, so therefore we can see this as perhaps a more realistic calculation of depreciation, and often assets are far more productive when they are first utilised, of course, by businesses, and as they become older they require more maintenance, and wear and tear has a real impact. So that's why this is useful. So this is because it depreciates the asset more heavily in the first year, and the rate of depreciation will decline in additional periods. Okay, so here we've got some crucial information that we need regarding a asset, and we can see the cost of the asset. The price paid by the business was £5,000. We can see a rate of depreciation is 40% here. Okay, so this asset obviously depreciates at quite a high rate, and the expected life is about 4 years. So what I've just drawn up here is a nice little table just to illustrate the impact on the final book value, i.e. the value that would be recorded on our balance sheet for that non-current asset at the end of each of these years. Okay, so the first one to bear in mind is really that in the first period, year 0, that's in effect today, so therefore we can see that the book value here would be £5,000. Okay, that's nice and straightforward to consider. But thereafter, this 40% rate of depreciation has an impact. And it's very simple to actually take this principle. All you do is multiply that £5,000 by 0.4, okay, or 40% in effect, and that will tell you the actual rate of deduction. Alternatively, if you want to get the final sum, you could put in times 0.6, and that would tell you the answer straight up, having deducted that 40% rate of depreciation to give yourself 0.4. Okay, but nevertheless, to complete this table, I'm going to show you the rate of depreciation. It's up to you how you choose to actually do this. Just bear in mind you could alternatively multiply it by 0.6 to get the correct answer straight away, but it wouldn't tell you the rate of depreciation in that. Okay, so with our first instance, the end of year 1, how much is this asset going to depreciate in value? Well, it's going to depreciate by £2,000. Okay, so 5,000 times 0.4 or 40% is £2,000, and therefore we write down the actual book value of that asset, and we write it down to £3,000 there. £2,000 would be noted down as an expense on the business, and that would be reflected on the statement of comprehensive income, of course. For our next period, with regard to year 2, we would see a rate of depreciation which would now slow, and the reason is because we're now taking that £3,000 and multiplying by that 40%. So that would give us £1,200. Okay, so a rate of depreciation of £1,200, too many zeros there. So this would then provide us with a final sum here of £1,800 for the asset value at the end of year 2 there. Okay, for year 3, multiplying £1,800 by that 0.4 rate of depreciation would give us a rate of depreciation of £720, and the actual book value that would be recorded by the business would be noted down at £1,080. So simply taking that 720 from £1,800. Okay, and finally, our last period that we've got here, we can see that the rate of depreciation, 1,080 times 0.4, well, that would give us a figure of course, £432. Okay, and as we deduct that £432, we get a total sum of £648. So in essence, the business at the end of this 4-year period would perhaps expect to sell this product for £648. Okay, it's a nice straightforward calculation to undertake there. Okay, great stuff guys. Thanks for watching.